Cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again. Cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is For Women Wednesday. I'm your host, Freddie G, joined by my co-host, K Money, Slash, and Comedian 96. Collectively, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to like and subscribe. And welcome to another Women Wednesday. Okay, ladies, I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is this episode may help some of y'all self-evaluate. The bad news is some of y'all may not be receptive to this episode, so self-evaluating may be out of the question. And you may continue to operate in the same mental capacity when it comes to relationships. So if you're currently in a relationship, this episode may prevent you from causing unnecessary problems in that relationship. If you're single and you're looking for a good man, when you find him, this episode may help you keep him. Now, for some of you ladies, this episode may not be for you. And if that's the case, I'm sure you know somebody who fit the bill. With that being said, fellas, I've created a list of characteristics displayed by some women. Now, I'm sure a lot of men, most men, if not all men, have encountered these characteristics at some point in their life. Hell, there may be a male listener who's in a relationship that's dealing with some of these characteristics that we're going to be discussing today. So what I'd like to do, fellas, is I'd like to go down a list of characteristics that I've have listed here. And I want y'all to share y'all thoughts and opinion as I go down this list. So, you ready for this, Comedian 96?
I'm ready. Let's go.
K Money, Slash.
Let's do it.
All right. So, here's one characteristics. One of the characteristics, okay, is the woman who plays victim in every situation. Do y'all have
that ain't all women?
Oh, yeah, look, but they make you feel retarded. You be like, wait a minute, you the one got caught. You blaming me? It was your fault.
Well,
I hate that.
So you saying that they play victim?
So
there's a characteristic. There's a woman.
Yeah.
That plays victim to everything.
I think that's all women. Every situation,
right?
She's the victim.
This is the favorite one. This is the favorite one. That like you catch them cheating, right? And then they'll blame it on you because you's the problem. You the reason why she went out there to cheat. I've seen that on so many TV shows.
That's just a flat out lie.
That's victim blaming.
That's victim.
Yeah, she blames you. Because
if you hadn't did this to me, I would have done that to you.
See, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like it, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't like it. I don't like it because you chose to do what you did. It ain't had nothing to do with what I did.
But
because we all have choices, we make our own choice. Don't make me be the one to make you choose to do something dumb and then you blame me for it. No.
But
let's not do it.
They gotta have the need to be right. So you're gonna be the fall guy for something that
I hate that. I hate it.
I'm not a fan of that type of woman. I'm not gonna say that type of woman. I'm not a fan of a woman with that type of characteristic.
Right. I don't like that.
So are there any other situations that y'all can think of other than the one that you mentioned, Comedian 96, where a woman who went out and cheated and played victim that she cheated because of something that you've done? Is there any other situations that y'all could think of that a woman would play victim in?
Staying out all night, not just cheating, just staying out, I needed some me time, but you stay out till the next day. How much me time you need?
But see, that's cheating.
Yeah.
Just to be honest,
even if she's not cheating, even if she's not cheating, she could have been with a girl. She could have been with a girl. I'm not saying that she would cheat, but she being disrespectful, not coming back to the home.
Well, I mean, if she communicated what she was doing and where she was going to be, then that's all right. But if there was no communication, then it's a problem.
And she was supposed to be back at 2, but she said, "You're the problem. When I get home, you're the problem. I just didn't want to be here with you. You would make me mad. You ain't did shit you ain't did nothing. Everything was cool before you left. But now, because you came back late, or came back the next day, you was the problem. Something you said earlier in the day that I just didn't like. What the fuck? You should have said something before you left."
When they do that, I think that's a mental issue, man.
I think so too.
Because for one, not wanting to be accountable for your decision is what I get from that. And if you don't want to be held accountable for something that you did, that's like a child.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody grown does that. So, I mean, I personally don't like it. And it's a lot of times when they do it, it could be, paying a bill. Mm-hmm. Why the bill wasn't paid? Let me go here. All right, so years ago, maybe over 10, 15 years ago, me and a chick, we was living together, right? Mm-hmm. Everything was cool. She was working. I was doing what I do, and at this point, it was cold outside, and I'll never forget. So I gave $300 for light bill, water bill, mm-hmm. stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That's what this $300 for. Go take care of it. Mm-hmm. I'm respecting that you're gonna go take care of the business, cause the household been running fine. Mm-hmm. But you just got this wild hair up your ass this time. So it's cold outside. Mm-hmm. So now I come in the house, the lights are on. All that's good. The rent is paid. I turn on the water. Ain't no hot water. I'm like, didn't I just give you the $300 to take care of all of this stuff?
Yeah.
The water, light bill, that was covered with the $300.
Yeah.
So the water cold still. I'm like, why is the water cold? No, what? So my thing with this is,
she would gotta have the.
You didn't go and pay the water bill. I mean, the gas bill.
Yeah.
For the hot water. Different from electricity.
Yeah.
Why the gas bill ain't paid? You know what I mean? So we can have hot water. And I know I thought that this was the end of this shit. Because I'm not finna play with you like that. And you the victim. But I'm just saying, hey man, why you didn't go pay this?
What was the reasoning, if you can remember?
Man, let me tell you what I found. This was, I guess, it's cell phone era when the newest cell phones come out.
Yeah.
Now, 3 days later, I got to come up with some more money because we still need to, I don't know what you did. I'm not going to even ask. You ain't paid it. Yeah. We got to have hot water. Yeah. I got to have hot water because when I come in from outside, I want to wash my ass.
Yeah.
And I ain't going to do it in no cold water. So this was cell phone era.
Yeah.
She went and bought a brand new cell phone. Nice little pink, whatever the shit was.
Prime code.
When they started making the colorful phones for women and shit. Yeah,
the
pink
that
phones.
That was Prime code era. That was.
So I synced the phone. She didn't tell. She was hiding the phone from me.
Didn't get you one, huh?
I didn't get a goddamn thing. So her son knew that she had the phone. So he mentioned something to her about her phone. And I didn't know she had a phone. So we're in the same room. I'm like, a new phone? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now she got to say, oh, yeah, you got a new phone, huh? Let me see that phone. Do you know what I did with that phone? Broke the bitch in half and threw it across the goddamn gate. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do with my money. You not. Uh-huh. You feel me? So now she the victim because I done tore up the phone, but that was my money to begin with. So I'm going to do what you won't have this motherfucker.
He made her a victim for sure. Huh?
Now you a victim. Yeah. You got to be a victim.
Here's a situation, man, that I think that happens a lot. And women play victim. Mm-hmm. When we as men are expected to know what's on their mind.
Yeah.
And when we can't figure out why they're sad, mm-hmm. for whatever reason that they're sad, mm-hmm. if you loved me, you would have known.
Yeah, no.
If you cared about me, you would have known.
I only know what you tell me.
If you knew me, you would know.
So implying we don't pay attention to them?
Yeah, so they're playing victim.
Playing victim.
So, okay. So with that being said, I'm moving on to the next one. So another characteristic about some of these women is the woman who refused to compromise.
That's a big problem.
That's always a big, and that's the most thing. That's one of the major things now that most men look for. We want somebody to want to compromise. It can't go her way every time. I want to do something. I want to go eat some barbecue. I want some hog maw. But it can't go her way every time. It's gotta be. We gotta be able to meet in the middle.
Yeah, I agree. At some point in time, sometimes you got to meet halfway.
Yeah.
And humble yourself, and like I say, just give in. But to have it one way or the other is definitely not. Nah, that's not.
Because compromising means that you're communicating properly.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're not communicating properly, there is no compromising. And that's where a problem comes in at when women play victim, because now they don't want to compromise, and that damages the relationship because we can't communicate. And how are we going to be in anything if we can't communicate? So playing victim, man, I just think they do it, but it's not always us the bad guy.
Yeah.
We're not always the bad guy.
Okay, now this next one is kind of self-explanatory. A woman who's jealous and insecure.
That's hard. Those are hard to deal with.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
It's you take a lot of energy trying to prove to you that's the part I don't like.
The insecure part.
The insecure, the energy. I like. It can be something simple. Girls say hi. She's just saying hi. You know that bitch? Wait a minute. She just said hi. That's it. I don't have time for all the energy to try to prove to you there's no one else. I just don't have time for that.
That's a trust factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming into the relationship with old garbage.
They bag ladies.
Yeah, baggage.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
You got bag
Once
ladies.
I see that, I usually I'm good. You stay where you at.
And the best thing is that you can determine when that's happening.
Right off.
Because some people can't see it.
Yeah. You'll see it right off the top. They don't wait no time.
Some people are blinded by how fine she is or how beautiful she is to not see that this shit is what's coming.
That's what's coming.
But if you do see it early on, Slash, do you feel like that's the time you need to make your move?
You better.
Because you're either choosing to stay and
Yeah.
if you're choosing to stay, then you need to understand
that this is how it's going to go.
Exactly.
Well, with all of these characteristics that I have listed here, right, and we're about to go into number 4, but all of these characteristics that I have listed here, you guys may recall that I mentioned at the top of the show where I said there may be a male listener that's in this type of relationship with a woman who have 1, 2, 3, if not all of these characteristics.
Right.
Sometimes when you're in a relationship like that, a smart man kind of looks at his options.
Right.
What I mean by weighs his options. What I mean by that is sometimes you got men who are in relationships be like, okay, well, this woman here, I don't like this A, B, C, and D about her.
Right.
But man, she make a lot of good money.
Yeah.
And she breaking me off for money.
That's going to get you caught up.
Yeah. She giving me money.
That only lasts so long.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Some guys wait out. Some guys mention, hey, you know what? The sex is great. They caught up in the sex. Or she cooks good. Or whatever, So moving on to the next one. The woman who can't be alone. Woman that just always want to be up under you. They can't be alone. They got to have you by their side. Where you going? Where you at? Can I go? Can I just always got to be
smothering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't be alone.
I think that's okay to a certain extent.
Yeah, at this age, I'm okay with it. But back when I was younger, I had to hit them streets.
Younger, at a younger
They
age.
had to hit them.
Yeah. You ain't finna find one if you want to stay up under you now, but you all right with it now.
With 21, that's not what you was looking for. But in our age bracket, I think that's kind of more along. You want somebody that want to be around you like that. You know, because for one, they got your back and they right there next to you knowing what you're going through. So when you are going through something, they can see that. And if you got the right person, they can say, okay, I see what you're going through. Let me be a helping hand in this situation. But not clingy, like you go to work and do your thing, but then y'all have to have time to hang out with each other. So I think it's a good thing, because if you don't have somebody like that, when do you spend time together?
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
There's one word that I mentioned in there, and that word is can't.
Can't be alone.
The woman who can't be alone.
I get you now.
I don't have a problem with that. I kind of agree with what you're saying. Slash, in our younger days, we moving around so much that's not what we're into or interested in. But as as we've matured and gotten older, we don't move around as much, so we don't have a problem. I ain't gonna say we don't have a problem, because I still don't want to be smothered. Like you said, if you go to work, I'm not trying to have you calling me every 5-10 minutes trying to see what you're doing or this, that, or the other. But as far as being smothered when I'm at home, I agree. There's a time and a place. I can reciprocate that.
Right.
But at the same time, when I need my space, I need you to back up.
That's right. I mean, I'm okay with the woman that can't be alone, because I know that there's times when we're not gonna be together at all. But because if me and you are together, then that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I want you to want me like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it helps me know that you're the right person that I'm spending my time with. Now if it gets to a point to where I can't go to work and you holding on to my shoe.
Oh, my leg.
Now, wait a minute.
That happened in the younger days. That was the younger days. I remember that.
Okay. Now, this next one, I'm sure a lot of guys may have experienced this, and some guys may not even know. The guys who are in a relationship, they may not even know that they're experiencing this. The emotional, manipulative woman. Women are good manipulators.
Yeah, and if you can't recognize it,
and emotionally, they can tug at your heartstrings and manipulate you.
Yeah,
and a lot of guys don't even realize it.
That's their wild card right there.
Yeah, they have that, honestly.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if you are the guy that can pick up on that, you can change that. Honestly, I believe you can change it, because once you put your foot down and be like, hey, I know what you're doing or what you're trying to do, and you don't have to be rude about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Once you mention that, hey, I think that this is what you're trying to do, I understand what you're saying, but that's not how I want to do it. I won't be manipulated to do that. And don't be afraid. If there's somebody you plan to be with for a long time, you can't be scared to say certain stuff.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the problem with some people in relationships. They're afraid to say what they need to say that's going to better the relationship, because they're afraid of losing somebody. Don't ever be afraid of losing, because if you lose them, it wasn't meant for you in the first place. If this person care enough about you and you tell them, hey, I think you're trying to manipulate the situation, and she get mad, let her go.
Call it out for what it is.
You know what I mean? Yep. Straight up. Let her go.
Okay. So the next one. The woman who sees every past relationship as the crazy ex. Now let me go a little bit deeper. Can we all agree that in our age, that if you meet a woman, there's a good chance that she's probably been in at least 3 different relationships in her lifetime?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, when she's discussing these relationships, she may not be in detail or whatever, but she's always saying that, he was crazy. Or it's his fault. He was crazy. So everybody that she's been with is the crazy one. That's the crazy one.
Now
it's their fault.
She the one. It's her, and it's the same thing in a friendship. If you got if a female got 6 friends and she done got into it with every last one of them, it ain't your friends. At this point, it's you. You know what I'm saying? So you can't always point the finger at somebody because of something that they did until you've justified why it was right or wasn't wrong, or why it was right, whatever the hell I was trying to say.
I got you.
But it's not always the other person. you know, in a relationship.
But that type of person that has that characteristic is not going to see their faults.
Right. And see, again, that's manipulative. All of that's included in that if she's trying to say, oh, he was crazy. So now you're trying to manipulate me to think
that
you
Trump
the best.
mentality.
You know what I mean? You the best thing that ever happened to me because he was crazy. No, that's not it. If everybody was crazy that you dealt with, then it was probably you that was causing the problems.
I can agree with that. Okay, so moving on to the next one. The woman who needs to be the center of attention.
Don't like them.
That's turn off.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, first of all, you being the center of attention can bring attention to me
in the wrong way.
Exactly.
Necessary attention.
Yeah, exactly, man. You know, you got dudes out there tell you, man, you can't get a hold of your motherfucking girl acting like that, bro.
Don't
and
like
now
it.
you got to deal with this dude, and this whole fight is over.
It's too much that happened.
Yeah, already, and it's hard to tell a girl, hey, look, you drawing unwanted attention by your antics, or even possibly what you got on.
Right.
Can you sit your motherfucking ass down?
Okay, so what if she's a female that loves music and love to dance, and so every song now she on the floor because she's not trying to get with nobody.
Right.
She's not. She just loves to dance. She loves music. Now you may not be that much of a dancer yourself, but she just loves to be out there on the floor, and she loves.
I get because I do
how
like
people
to dance.
And she loves how people look at her,
react to
when she dance because she knows she can dance.
I got one word for onyx. If she want all that, if she want that undesired, unwanted attention, because you got to think, I'm her man. I'm out here with her.
Well,
so
hold on. You used the word unwanted.
Yeah, it's unwanted on my end. It's wanted on her end.
Yeah,
it's unwanted. Think about it. You think I want all these niggas? If she got, just say she dancing out on, and like you said, she not flirting with nobody. She not doing nothing.
She just loves.
But
to
just
dance.
say she got a short skirt on, no panties, and
she's dressed appropriately.
Okay, you gonna change your dress appropriately?
No, because if she's with you,
right?
If she's with you,
she should be.
Let's say.
If she
respects you enough to dress appropriately. Mm-hmm. You know, when you met her, she loved to dance. She just loves to dance.
Yeah.
She loves the music. She loves being out, and she knows she can dance, and she knows that everybody stares at her because of her awesome moves.
Okay, baby, go on dance.
Awesome dance.
Baby,
moves.
go on dance. Baby,
I'll
go on
say
dance.
this: I wouldn't mind that. But at the same time, mentally to myself, I would have to try to figure out how can I be there with her at this point in time because this is what she loves.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's going to be another dude.
Yeah.
That's going, we
can
support her. And she's going to dance
She going to dance with him. Yeah.
She's going to dance with him.
Yeah.
Damn what you doing because what she going to say, baby, we was just dancing. You was there.
Exactly.
You know, so you're going to have to fall into that.
I actually I dated a girl for a little while. She did this two-step in dancing that you just said. I don't know how to two-step, so I was going into classes, but I stopped.
It's one.
No, I'm talking about the spinning and the. You've seen the R. Kelly, man. You can't do that stuff, sliding with your feet. It's an art to that, bro. They go to class for that. I have a cousin. I have a Jones stepping. They actually teach that.
So you have to have a left and a right foot.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say, I can dance. I just can't do that particular dance.
Animals got paws.
Okay, so with that, man, she did that dance. And, they have classes, they have professionals. So when we go out, she would do the two-step, come sit her ass right back down.
Yeah.
Some dudes would try to follow her and be like, hey, what's your name? And blah, blah, blah. And she was like, you see my man right here?
Yeah. That's respect.
You see what I'm saying? She would make them understand every time that just the dance. That's it. I like to dance.
Well, she's supposed to respect you if that's the case, And if you in a place with her and she's dancing and she tells the guys, "Hey, this is my man." Yeah, that looks good.
That was
on your
good.
part.
Yeah, exactly. I sat down and I felt like a king. Yeah, go ahead, Dad, bro.
I wouldn't have a problem with that type of female. The only issue or problem I would have is if she was like you said, Freddie G. She knows that people are looking at her, and if she's feeding off of that attention, by, say, starting to dance a little more provocative, to draw more attention, then I would have an issue with that.
But
I wouldn't even have a problem with another guy going up to the dance, especially if I know I'm not a dancer. I can't. If we got there, I already knew before we went that she was gonna be doing this shit anyway.
And that might be why you liked and picked her.
Facts. Yeah, but if she's looking at somebody making eye contact and still dancing, that
so what
bother.
If she do the Jamaican dance, the dirty wine?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be out there. She gonna be out there grinding on me.
You better be out there with her.
Yeah, for sure.
You think that's fun? Okay, now I have another one. This is with rhythms. This is a long time ago, maybe over 20 years ago. I dated a Jamaican. I was dating a Jamaican chick. She had 4 Jamaican sisters. My girl had to work late, so she said, just go with my sisters. It's okay. One of her sisters tore my butt up on the floor. She damn near had sex with me. And I'm looking at her like, she said, that's how we dance. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. No. I'm thinking about you now.
Okay. Busted a couple of times.
Yeah, I've been 4 times.
So we'll move to these. We got a few more to go through pretty quick here. So what about the woman who refused to apologize or admit when she's wrong?
Ain't gonna work. Out of there.
Oh, yeah, I cannot. Yeah, that is my number one pet peeve.
Can't do it. And
you wrong.
And I'm going to tell you why, for me, it wouldn't work, because I used to be that person that didn't apologize, and I didn't understand until finally I was taught, hey, man, you need to apologize, because now you start feeling some type of way. It means you don't care when you don't apologize, and that's all I'm going to get from that. If you're not apologizing for something that you was wrong about and you don't apologize, to me, that's saying you don't give a fuck about how I feel.
Exactly. That's
I'm
exactly
out.
what it
I
means.
can't do that one. You know, because we're going to have to call 911.
Okay, so what about the woman who gossips and speak badly about others?
Can't stand
Can't
that.
do the gossips. I can't do gossiping.
Nope.
No. You need to be helping, not gossiping.
Now, I'll tell you, when you say gossip, there's different types of conversations. It could be somebody in her family and she tell you, hey, this is how such and such does things. But you know that person. So you like, okay, now it's different when she say, I got a friend. You never met the friend or several friends. And all they do is this and she did this and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. If that's what you doing, every time I talk to you, you got somebody over here that did something, I ain't got time for that. But if it's just a friend, that I know, I can accept what you got to say about them. But just talk, because you're talking about me too.
Okay.
I forgot what I was about to say. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Okay, moving on to the next one. If you think of it while we're on this next one, feel free to chime in. Okay.
I'm sorry. Mitch.
Okay. What about the woman who never has anything positive to say? She's always negative.
Yeah, everything, that's a Debbie Downer right
everything
there.
from a negative or pessimistic point of view.
Look, that's so funny. I already had an instinct that this girl was negative. It was my first date. I bullshit you not. And I purposely went to get the car detailed. I did everything. I put the cherry smell in here, everything. I picked this girl up. We driving. We probably got about 2 blocks. She said, ugh, your car stink. I heard him, took her ass home. I didn't even go on the date. Okay, bye. Get your ass out.
Now that woman, we talking about the negative.
Yeah. We're talking about the woman who never has anything
positive to say. She was talking negative.
So
what I should have started with, she's just a negative person all the way,
right?
right?
Yeah.
So it was no reason. I made sure there was no reason to say anything negative by washing the car and putting a good smell in there.
Exactly.
But I was like,
she
let me
still
see.
made it negative. So that woman that always has something negative to say, or never positive, cannot build you up.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So she can't be that backbone when you need her, because she's not going to understand the positiveness of what you're trying to do, because she's going to turn it into negative.
Yep.
That's going to break you down.
Yeah.
That's going to destroy you as a man.
But what I found out that I didn't know, that when women do that, they feel that you are superior or higher than them, so they try to bring you down to their level. Yeah, like they'll give you a messed up nickname. Like one time, girl gave me a nickname of not Dookie, but it was close, right?
Lil Dookie.
Not Lil Dookie. No. She called me Stank.
Shit.
Stank. Close. Stank. I'm like, you could call me Honey, Love, baby, anything, but you chose stank.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
I hear your examples, but when you think of a woman who never has anything positive to say, I look at it from the standpoint of kind of always complaining.
Yeah. Right.
Never seeing the glass as half full.
Right.
It's always half empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, that's a Debbie Downer, man.
Yes,
that's unappreciative too. I would say
that negative energy. Yeah. Nothing.
You can't do nothing with that.
Yeah, I won the lottery. They gonna have something negative to say about you winning the lottery.
Hey, man, I'm telling you,
yeah.
a strong-minded black man that will tear you down if you stay around that. You got to get away from that.
You up on the side of somebody's car, and I wouldn't have got them rims. You know what
I'm saying? I heard that one before.
I wouldn't have got them rims. Okay, so the next one is the woman who never fully leaves her ex behind.
Yeah, she still love him.
She digmatized.
I just dumped them. I don't even go. Once you got one shot to talk about your ex, and then you said do it again. That's it. I don't even call you.
She
no more.
still love him, and it's not best for you to fool with her like that because she'll never be into you if that's what you trying.
Now, would you consider that being you being a rebound, or that's just every relationship she never forget that ex?
Well, sometimes. Okay, I get it. The woman who fully never leaves her ex behind, but I think that there's layers to that. You know, like if you have kids with a woman, and you got a co-parent with this person. I'm sorry, if she has kids with a dude, and she has to co-parent with him, she can't leave him behind.
No, not until those kids are over age.
You know,
and if she's still there,
I get it. I think that there's layers to it. Now, if you're displaying signs that I'm still in love with you, or then that's a little different. But if you could have a cordial relationship, even when the kids are grown, if you could have a cordial, respectable relationship, not saying you're calling this person or calling them or doing some stuff like that, then. I don't see no problem with it. Right. But anyway, moving on. The woman with unsolved trauma, she refused to address.
Oh, man. I mean, how you going to ever understand her at that point? How can I be the man to understand you if you're not going to be upfront about the issues that you had that made you be the way that you are? Because that's the only way I'm going to be able to understand who I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
You got to be able to tell me. And there's a lot of trauma in some women's lives.
A lot of women.
Serious trauma.
Yeah.
You get where they are sexually assaulted by a family member.
Right.
That's something that your man need to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's a shadow that I don't want to stand behind if I don't know that, because the minute something go wrong between me and you thinking about that situation, and now I'm that person.
Yeah.
You don't understand
why
I don't understand
that was a good analogy. I like that
shadow
you don't want to stand behind.
You know what I mean?
That was good. I do. Okay, so next, the woman who is wildly different in values or long-term goals. Wildly different from you, meaning that here's what you see yourself or see the relationship,
right?
And here's your values and here's your goals for the relationship.
And
they're totally different, not just for you, but for the relationship. Your values and goals
are different
for the relationship, but hers is totally different.
You know what? Depending on what they are, that might work.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I think you guys would have definitely communicate to get on the same page.
Yeah.
Otherwise, y'all gonna be going in totally two different directions.
That could work, actually. It's not so bad.
It can work, but it can't work without communicating.
It can't work without communicating. I agree.
Okay. Now the next one is self-explanatory. The woman who's disrespectful toward you and others.
Oh no.
That's borrowed time.
Do it. That's right. Borrowed time. Borrowed time. You out of here fast.
Yeah.
Okay. The woman who does not support your goals and ambition.
Can't do that either.
Yeah. You need somebody that's gonna uplift you.
Yeah, we got it. We got you. Yeah, we need to move forward.
And we need to do this together. And what I'm
most importantly,
and especially if what I'm doing is bringing in some type of income, I need you to stand with me on this.
You ain't lying.
Because I may need you at some point.
I need your eyes.
You know what I mean?
I need your eyes. I need you to see what I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got 2 more before I close, fellas. The woman who controls your life.
Nope.
Nah, ain't nobody.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Yeah, bye-bye.
She tells you what to wear. She buys your clothes.
Nah. Okay, bye.
She makes sure you have a certain type of food packed in your lunch. I don't like that.
And
I don't want that.
Some guys do like that, but yeah.
Some
I
guys
think
need it.
Yeah.
Facts.
Now, it just depends on her thoughts of, trying to control you. Does she really know what you need? Because some guys don't know what they need. You know what I mean? They won't clean up. Some guys need the woman so she can be there for that. And that's understandable. But controlling your life as far as saying, hey, at this time, you need to be here. At this time, you need to come do this or you need to do that.
Nah,
I can't do that one.
Yeah, like Comedian 96, you got on clean drawers today?
I ain't got on no draws. How about that?
Okay, one more, fellas, before I close. The woman who lies, even about the smallest things.
Nah,
yeah, just those small lies be the big ones because it's like, why did you have to lie about that something so small? It makes it big.
Yeah, can't do the lie.
It's like, why? You didn't have to lie about that.
Can't do the lie because the minute you catch her and know that that's a lie and you don't say nothing, that's gonna be your fault.
Yeah, lying.
Because she gonna lie again.
If you call her out on the lies and she continues to lie, then that
leave it alone.
Yeah.
Okay, in closing, ladies, when it comes to men, the reason why you get what you get is because you do what you do. In other words, don't nothing change if nothing change. This concludes another dope episode. Tune in tomorrow for Think Thursday. Don't forget to follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Remember, the only way we grow is if you let them know.